Hello, everyone. So this is the end of the month. It's June. So that means that it's a new vlog update about what's been going on with me in the month of June and what's to come in July. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for listening. I noticed my subscriber count on YouTube went up like by 50, and it's a goal of mine to get past 1,000 subscribers by providing you with weekly content on things that I'm working on, things that I'm trying to do, and just be consistent and get better. So I have a few things to tell you, so just listen up. It won't be 20 minutes like the last vlog, because the last vlog I was just really angry, and I'm still very angry, but I'm going to be a little bit more concise. So first and foremost, I like to say happy Pride. And thank you to everyone who's fighting for equality. I'm always fighting for equality. I've been doing it for at least 15 to 16 years. And I think Pride is extremely important because equality and representation matters. And with representation comes understanding. If you don't understand people, that's where biases are born, that's where stereotypes are born, and that's where discrimination becomes born. And we don't need to live in a world that's formed on discrimination. And I think whether it's your race, your orientation, your religion, your creed, or your ethnicity, or anything that makes you different from the norm, it needs to be heard, it needs to be represented, and that is part of the crux of my mission to help others rise above and also share my story about rising above. So again, happy Pride, and I wish nothing but love to all of my fellows in the LGBT spectrum. Another update for you is that I'm almost up to 100 episodes on Dreams Not Memes. So thank you to everyone who's gotten me 10% toward my goal with my podcast. I also created a theme song for the intro as well as an outro, and never once in my life did I think I was going to create a theme song and actually try to make this podcast somewhat presentable. Because of your downloads and support, I now have enough money to get a better microphone. So this month I will be getting a microphone to make the podcast a little bit more clear. I've definitely been told my podcast is good, but I always want to be better. And another crux of rising above is be better at always. Another update is I was able to raise $500 for Black Lives Matter Philly. So thank you so much for supporting Bandcamp Day. This upcoming Bandcamp Day, unless you like or comment on this video, I might throw a throwback track this week. Otherwise, I'm just going to cut all my prices half price, and all of your support really goes towards me getting better studio gear. I shit you not, I'm still running on 3.2 gigabytes of RAM, so really your support's needed, and I can't just throw away $1,200 left and right. So really, when I say thank you for your support, I really mean thank you for your support. So Bandcamp Day is coming up. I also would like to talk about a lot of the Bandcamp donations and Venmo donations from being Black, Juneteenth, and things like that. I know it's been a controversial topic, and some people have even said, it's a cry for help. There's a podcast about it. But at the end of the day, I think community support's important regardless. I've even been doing a lot of thinking about my political orientation and stance. And granted, I was raised as a Democrat, a liberal Democrat at that. I've become a progressive, and then I thought about being a progressive, and really, I think I neither fall on the spectrum of communism, socialism, Marxism, capitalism, or democratic socialism. I mean, I am somewhat of a democratic socialist, but I'm really a reformist, and what I mean by that is, when we're talking about dismantling systems, and we're talking about, how can we change, how can we take away police officers, how can we make this world, this country more accessible to Black voices as well as other marginalized voices, I think we need total reformation. And the reason why I say that is because so many people are caught up in reading theory written by white people or non-white people that are responding to white people's ideas, but all of these models are old, outdated, and not really thinking about today's issues. If you have any books about today's issues written by someone who's literally trying to think about new ways to govern and manage society and also make society more equal, fair, and still competitive and innovative, feel free to refer some text to me in the comments or message me. But I really think we need a new model when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to prison reform, when it comes to the justice system, when it comes to supporting those in recovery, but of all forms, when it comes to student loans, like treating people as profit centers is a real, real big problem. So I definitely think that's something that I've been thinking about, not just in the past, but even more so than before. And I think it's really important that you as a musician challenge the status quo. As musicians, we accept so much. And, my day job outside of music is change management and training and development. And I really want to be able to create training programs and selection programs and organizational change programs to help labels and stakeholders recognize that they're either consciously or unconsciously practicing practices of discrimination when they're choosing who they should support, because like Don Giovanni Records said, the way the music industry works is like you have a team, and because of that team, uh, everyone's biased about your team, and then that determines your success. But having the bias about the team and what the team looks like and what you've heard about the team is borderline high school, like logistics. And we can't be playing with the music industry or people's professional and creative futures with a high school mentality. We have to be objective. We have to be inclusive. We have to give voice to the voiceless, because without giving a voice to the voiceless, you don't really allow understanding. And if a label is based on understanding, creative diversity, and helping people feel more whole like art should, then being inclusive should be like the first part of your business and your value proposition when it comes to like supporting people. And I think a lot of times musicians don't think about that. I think a lot of times stakeholders don't think about that. And the reason why is because they're just trying to get clout. They're just trying to get money. They're just trying to get clicks, 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 clicks. And people value things on Spotify streams and things like that. But let's talk about our missions and our values. And I would definitely love to talk more about that with you if you'd like to. So just hit me up and we could do a consulting thing. So yeah, I did just plug my skills and abilities to talk about that. My wellness. So this past month, I put myself on a challenge to do a push-up, sit-up, squat challenge in 30 days, more of yoga. So after this vlog, I'll be doing day 60 of yoga. Shout out to Yoga with Adrian. Shout out to Steph. Shout out to my friend Julia, who just became a yogi. So that's been, and shout out to my friend Marie, who also just became a yogi. But my times 10 challenges for every day of the month of June, I wanted to do times 10 the date of the month of push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. So that means on June 1st, I would do 1 times 10, 10 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. So after this vlog, I'm going to do 30 times 10 or 300 push-ups, squats, and sit-ups plus yoga. So it's going to be quite a doozy, and I really had to struggle between vlogging, then doing it, or working out, being sweaty, and being like, hello everybody, this is my vlog and I want to tell you about what's going on with me musically. So I decided to do this first and go from there. Otherwise, with my wellness, I'm starting to walk more since the pollen count's gone down. I've been meditating about what I want to do with my music and next things I could do. I'm still sitting on this record, and I can't wait to record with Kitsy. John Kitzmiller is a very awesome vlogger. Fuck, my throat's getting dry. Hold on a second. All right, cool. We're back. We're almost done. Also, I did a new release. We're going to talk about releases. Sorry about that. Also, I just recently released a live record with Sam Rydebread. It's a throwback record. It's Spotify, Bandcamp. Feel free to listen to that. I'm also featured on a collab with Rebecca Zimmerman, Dear Body, which is about mind-body connection and body positivity and trying to embrace yourself. Shout out to XPN for featuring that, and as well as in other vlogs that I've mentioned that. July 10th, I have a record called Meant to Be with Juliet Eve. It's coming soon. And then I also have two more collabs and a bunch of features that are coming out soon before I drop this album. I'm almost done the Folk Punk Challenge, and I'm currently deciding between doing a weekly remix challenge, or doing a weekly baseline challenge. But every Wednesday, you'll definitely expect me to like do something that I'm working on to make myself better. You can also expect seeing a cover of Sweetness to come out soon, as well as a live session coming from a YouTube channel. I'm going to keep that a little bit of a secret. It's Cemetery Sessions. And also, you should expect a quarantine session. So definitely just like follow my journey, follow my socials, and see what's going on. And then lastly, I just want to emphasize that the past month was not a trend. You should always use your voice to be active in your community. I think Philly definitely has had a problem where people say they're inclusive, but they're not actually inclusive. Like, I definitely have had peers who weren't allowed to come to the house shows to see me because they were black. So they got kicked out before even coming in and being told, like, oh no, we won't allow you because you're one of the neighborhood people. I've definitely, like, it was one of my first shows ever. I had a man, like, doing cocaine and put a gun up to me telling me to play my guitar N word. You know, I've definitely been, like, harassed in Philadelphia in many different ways. And I spoke against it. I tried my best. I mean, the gun I didn't speak against. I just wanted the guy to pass out. But my whole point is, as much and as important it is to fight against Donald Trump, as important as it is to fight against systematic oppression, we also have to look at what's going on in our own houses, what's going on amongst our neighbors and peer groups, because I think it's very easy to glorify the big picture, but we forget about the little pictures, and also clean house. No one's perfect, and I mean, I'm always trying to clean house and do better, but I just definitely want to make that a reminder. So to wrap up, thank you so much for the support on Dreams Not Memes. Thank you so much for all the support on Bandcamp Day and just downloading my music, because that's helping me get better gear and give you better content. Definitely support me on Patreon if you could afford it. Happy Pride Day, because representation matters. I am still writing new music. I recorded a score for the podcast. If you know anyone in the South, feel free to refer them to me so I could talk to them for the podcast. I'm getting better at banjo. I'm getting better at bass. I'm getting better at ukulele and guitar. And you're going to expect new music from me coming up in the next couple of weeks. So, oh wait, I lied. I actually have 3 collabs coming, not... Wait, 4. 4 collabs and, like, 3 features. So you have a total of 8 songs coming from me before... Well, a little bit more than 8. But 8 songs coming from me before we drop the album, which will be coming up in the future. And lastly, the name of this album, I came up with a title for it, is called A Stranger That You've Met Before. That's the name of the record. So I wanted to say that for last, so you watch the whole vlog. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to love yourself. Remember to be active in your community. And just remember to always strive to be better and embrace the things that you've learned from your own failures. So thank you so much, and have a good one. Happy July, everybody.